Hi, my name is Trina Altman, and I wrote an article about plank pose and how there's really no one correct way to do plank. There are different ways to do plank depending on what your goals are. So if you do a neutral plank, that's going to work more of the deep stabilizers like your multifidus and your transversus, your rotatories, the pelvic floor. But there's also a benefit to doing plank where you're in more of a flexed shape, you're less neutral, and that's going to recruit the global mobilizers rather than the local stabilizers. So I think it's really nice to learn how to do plank in all different types of ways. Plank is very commonly practiced in yoga classes, but also in all other types of fitness classes. So if you're going to be doing it, you might as well have lots of options. In the article I wrote, I showed two different options in a forearm plank. One using the local stabilizers primarily. You're never just using one thing. And the other one focused more on the global mobilizers. So today I'm going to teach you a forearm plank that I learned when I was rehabbing a shoulder injury from my physical therapist. For this variation, you'll want to start lying on your belly, and all you need is a yoga block. Come on into Sphinx pose and then place the block between your upper inner thighs. You'll have the tops of your feet on the mat and your elbows underneath your shoulders. Then hug the brick with your inner thigh so you get the adductor, inner thigh, pelvic floor connection, and hang your head down. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, push the tops of your feet into the ground and then just hover the tops of your thighs off the ground. And I don't know, you can see if I'm shaking here. Then add some protraction of your shoulder blades and try to flex your lumbar spine. I always think of like a beautiful piece of eel sushi and the rice is underneath me. And then from here, you're gonna scrape your elbows backwards and your knees forwards. It's really intense, I know. And then also scrape your right elbow to your left knee and your left elbow to your right knee. And then to lower down, you'll slowly lower your thighs, your pelvis, your belly, and then come into extension. We'll do it one more time, but we're going to try to hover one forearm without the pelvis tilting. So take your other block and you can place it on your sacrum, kind of top of the pelvis, and then try not to let it fall off. Here we go. So tops of the feet press down, and then hang your head. This is so you can see what's happening, that it's not a hip hinge, it's flexion. So you'll start by posteriorly tilting your pelvis, and your knees stay on the ground, but you're hovering your pelvis off the ground. Then add some thoracic flexion, some protraction of the shoulder blades. If you have access to the mat, you can even kind of rip it apart. And here we go. We got elbows scraping backwards, knees scraping forwards. Get the diagonal connection. So left elbow scrapes to right knee and right elbow to left knee. And then from here, you lift an arm without shifting. You can see, easier said than done. And then you lift the other arm without shifting. Let's try that one more time. So trying to maintain all of the flexion. Oh my goodness. And last time. And then slowly lower down. Rest your forehead on your hands. And catch your breath. And then go ahead and take the blocks away. So the purpose of scraping your elbows to knees and knees to elbows is to isometrically contract and light up the anterior kinetic chain. The purpose of scraping your right elbow to your left knee and your left elbow to your right knee is to get the diagonal oblique slings, so your internal and external obliques to kick in. Thanks for watching. Give it a try and let us know in the comments below which variation works best for you. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more tutorials from me and other teachers at Yoga International.